I have created two resource pieces, which are the bingo game and the crossword puzzle. Now, this is what the bingo game would look like. The bingo game is designed to be used in both the physical classroom and the online classroom setting. It is created to be used with a grade 7 class on the topic hardware and software. How this game is played is that each student will be given a card, or if they're online, they will give the virtual link and click on it. The bingo caller, which is the teacher, would have called out the definition, phrase, or question from a calling card that was folded and placed in a bag, and the cards would be shuffled. So this is the bag, and the caller would shuffle the bag each time and call a card. Each time a card is called, the bingo caller would mark it on their card. And the next step is that the students would identify the term on their bingo card and cover the space. If a student has all terms covered diagonally across a row or vertically in a column, they should call bingo. However, if the student claims they have bingoed and they are incorrect, they are disqualified from that round. Now, just for illustration purpose, I'm going to show a short game. So I'm the teacher and I would say, what are word processing, spreadsheets, presentation, database management, internet browsers, email programs? Now all of those would have been application software. So I identify the term on the card. Well, the student would have identified the term on the card and cover it, just for illustration purpose. All right, so look for application software, cover the space right here. Look on the other person's card, and if they also have application software, it would be covered over there, which is right here also, while ticking on the bingo caller card. Now the next term is, this is often used to control video game, and that would have been a joystick. So I'm seeing joystick here, cover this space. Other card, let me see if joystick is over here, right here. Joystick. Cover the space, okay. Now the next term would be, what are hard disk drives, solid state drives, removable drives, CDs, and DVD? And that would be secondary storage. So look again for secondary storage, it's right here. Cover the space. Let's see if it's on the other card. It's right there. Secondary storage. Okay, so the next term, what is the brain of the computer? And that would be central processing unit. All right. And it's identified right there. Let me see if it's over. It's right here. You would have noticed that one caller is on their way to being bingoed. So the next term this is used to scan and read barcodes, and that is a barcode reader, which is right there in line for player number 2. And since the player now has all spaces covered across the row, this person would have been bingoed. Okay, so when that person calls bingo, the teacher or the caller would check their card to see if they have really bingoed, and that person would have been the winner of the game and would be awarded a prize. I thank you. The crossword puzzle. Now, this is what the crossword puzzle would look like, where you have some squares up here and they are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Alright, so down here you would have some clues, which are some definitions for some terms in data communication that would help the students to find the term. When they have found the term, they would put the term in the correct spaces. Now, the game, I'm sorry, not the game, the crossword puzzle, it's basically a worksheet and it's designed to be used with some grade 8 students on the topic data communication. The goal is to test the students' knowledge to see how much they have remembered from a previously taught lesson. This puzzle can be shared online as also can be printed and used in the physical classroom. How the puzzle is played, the students will be timed to complete the puzzle. They would look at the clues at the bottom here and they would determine the term, the correct term that it matches. So, for example, a student would look at number 1, and number 1 says an interconnected collection of autonomous computers. So the term that matches this definition would be network. Alright, so this, as you see, this says down, so the answer would be vertical, so it would be from top to bottom, and this one says across, so the answer to these would go horizontally across the page. So the user would put NETWORK for the answer, so that would spell network. And moving right along, the user can solve the puzzle in any order, so you don't have to do 1, 2, 3 or whatever. You could skip number 3, go to number 5 and so on, but just for illustration I'll go to number 2. Number 2 says a two-way communication, or we can say that it is a bidirectional communication in which both the devices can send and receive data at the same time. And this would be number 2 going across, which is very important. We have to ensure that it's whether it's going down or across. So the answer for that one would have been full duplex, and it would be FULLDUPLEX. So if you remembered clearly, this was network, so the E would have already been in this space. So if the answer for number 2 across didn't have an E here, then the user would know that there's an error right there, and the user would continue to search for other search the clues for other terms and fill them in as they go by. And that's it for the crossword puzzle. I thank you so much.